Smart Stadium in upstate New York.
Today, we're set for a good AFC matchup between the Baltimore Ravens and the Buffalo Bills.
And we are underway in Buffalo. Devin Duvernay now returning from the end zone.
Oh, a good-looking return set up here. And now off to the races down the right side. He will score. Touchdown, Ravens. And that right there is how you silence the home crowd.
All week long in preparation, visiting teams talk about it. Okay, we've got to start fast. We've got to take the crowd out of it, as you just talked about there. We've got to control the ball early. And in this case, forget fast start. This is a blazing start. What they've talked about all week is their offensive unit doing that. Not necessarily the guys returning the opening kickoff, but believe me, they'll take this.
Fields this way up at the 17. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. And they'll come out with a 3 tight end look on the first play of the drive. Allen going to go to the air right away.
He's got it complete to Stephon Diggs. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. First down, and they're going to throw with Allen. On the throw, led him too much that time. It's incomplete.
I know coaches tell us all the time that having a powerful arm isn't the #1 thing they look for in a quarterback. But when you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps have the big gun. In this case, just a little bit too much.
And meanwhile, Allen's throw here taken in by Knox.
And he's out of bounds just before the midfield stripe at the 49. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down.
Now Allen again. Gets this one to Morris.
And he'll be brought down just shy of the 40.
They brought in a heavy set on 3rd down, and that usually means running play, but we have seen them throw out of that formation. And sure enough, they snuck the tight end out on that one, wound up hitting him for a first down.
And he got blown up, losing yardage on the play back at the 44.
There's the athleticism of Tyus Bowser on display, wrapping him up no problem.
Now on 2nd and 13, Allen. It's complete to Diggs.
And they're going to work this down to about the 32-yard line.
And he's already got 2 catches on the opening drive. They know he's going to be a handful.
And sometimes you game plan for that offensively. You want to make sure that guy touches the ball, and sometimes it just happens naturally. And then you change your game plan.
And this is going to be intercepted.
And the Ravens are going to get the football here as they force the INT on the game's opening drive.
That right there is the inauspicious start that they were hoping to avoid, the turnover on the first possession.
I love how you use those college-bound words like that, inauspicious. Well done. I really appreciate that. But here's the thing for me. I'm just wondering if their game plan is incorrect. You know, I think they felt like they could come in and throw it around pretty well. That interception early, they may rethink how they go about attacking.
That's the linebacker, Matt Milano, getting up and stopping him for a loss.
It's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
Now on 2nd and 13, Jackson.
That ball caught. It's Mark Andrews, the tight end.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. On 1st and 10, it's Jackson. He's going to rifle one deep left side. Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown.
Well, for all the deserved accolades Lamar Jackson gets for his running prowess, you know, his deep ball, it's really a thing to behold as well.
And we knew that this offense was going to try and put pressure on the secondary. That was something they talked about with us. They knew that they had an advantage, pressed it, and there you go. big play for a touchdown on their very first possession.
Yeah, and the next-gen stats showing that at an even 57 yards through the air.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
A fairly short kick from the 14.
And he'll be out of bounds across the 25. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive.
And they're in an early hole. The first drive, they threw the interception. That led to a touchdown, so decent-sized deficit early on.
It is, but I think you hit the key words, early on. So they have to decide, do we even need to change game plan, or do we just need to execute better and try and get back in this game? Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion that would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion, but I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating, there he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete. An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if... Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Patrick Queen.
And he will bring this back. It's a pick six and a Raven touchdown.
Charles, it is pretty rare that we see a team build this kind of lead in the opening quarter. And, man, they seem to be clicking on all three phases right there. The defense doing its part with a pick six.
And it's absolutely been the definition of a start that you would pick for yourself and for your team, right? And I have a feeling stay in this zone. What's truly incredible about this start is they can add on a couple more scores. This one could legitimately be over in the second quarter.
Justin Tucker in the kickoff for Baltimore.
Here's Tucker now out to kick this one away.
Fielded just outside the goal line. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
At their own 26-yard line.
Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive.
Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here because now you're down 3 scores, and I know we're in the first half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like they probably need to get something going on this drive, right?
Yeah, and sometimes I overuse that this is an important possession, but I think this has to be the possession where they come up with an answer because only a few teams in league history have ever come back from a 4-score deficit, and if they don't score here, that's what they could be facing the next time they get the ball.
And they get 17 more on that one and another first down.
And I don't think there's any question that this offense is going to need to hit on a few more plays like this. It's been a difficult first half for them, to say the least. And I do believe if they want to get back in this game, they need to start right now. It's kind of like making adjustments. If you try waiting to the half, it's probably too late. They need to get going right here.
And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. They go right back to Singletary. And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone. 12 more yards there and another first down.
Exactly what they needed right there because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
Singletary is going backwards as he'll be tackled back at the 4-yard line.
He was taken down behind the line of scrimmage. A loss of 2 brings up 2nd and goal at the Ravens' 4-yard line.
On 2nd down, here's a run with Singletary. And he'll get it down close to the goal line, but not quite in. They get 3 yards closer, but still work to do. It's 3rd and goal.
And, Brad, they went to a nickel defense, and that's a surprise this close to the goal line because ordinarily you use the back end of the end zone, the sidelines as extra defenders, and you want bigger people on the field to try and help against the run.
Three tight ends up front here. 3rd and goal.
Now Allen. Touchdown, Bills.
Dawson Knox, a touchdown grab from Josh Allen. And the Bills get a bit closer.
That seemed like a much-needed touchdown after 21 unanswered points to start the game.
It's not often that you equate a football game to a golf tournament, but it's like you don't want to shoot yourself out of the tournament too early. So they needed that touchdown to make sure that they got an opportunity to not just get back into this game, but a chance to win it later if they continue to play well.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. Duvernay now going to bring it out. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. The tackle is made by Micah Hyde. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. They go play action with Jackson. And that one will fall incomplete. Clock here now just under 30 seconds to go in this first half.
Had the right idea there, trying to throw it to the sideline, but he let him just a little bit too much, trying to get it out to his receiver. Ends up falling to the ground, incomplete.
Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half. They had the incomplete pass on 2nd down. Now they need a big play here, 3rd and 10. Here's Jackson. And he can only manage to take this thing to the 38, well shy of the first down. Now a second timeout called for by the defense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. They'll try and throw for it with Jackson. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out, and the Bills are going to take over in excellent field position. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Here's Allen. And that is incomplete. Down to 15 seconds now.
That's tremendous field position that they were given following the turnover, but they've still got work to do to get to field goal range, and the coverage we're seeing isn't going to make it easy.
They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10. Allen going to throw. The throw on target to his receiver, McKenzie. The Bills are going to go ahead and use their final timeout as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half.
Now a 1st and 10 at the 11.
Throwing now is Allen.
And he's got his tight end Knox for a Bills touchdown.
A great effort there in the final seconds of the first half.
And the Bills are able to cut into this lead in the final seconds of the first half. And they'll try to run it in with Singletary.
And he is into the end zone. So they get 2 more on the board here just before halftime. And I guess that makes up for the earlier missed 2-point try here to get him to 14.
Yeah, that aggressiveness, it reminds me a lot of when basketball first adopted the 3-point shot, and people were starting to realize that 3 for 2 was really starting to work for them. In this case now, maybe the 2 for 1 is coming into play in the NFL.
So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 40. Jackson.
And this is into the hands of Andrews downfield.
And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. So with 1 second left in the half, on is the field goal unit. It'll be spotted on the right hash, a 52-yard attempt. Tucker's kick is good, and that will do it for this first half. First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3.
Justin Tucker is the kicker on the goal.
The Bills trail here, but they will get the football first as we are back underway on EA Sports.
And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. This offense, Charles, had a strong first half throwing the football, at least in terms of yardage, but that hasn't translated so far on the scoreboard as they begin the third quarter here, trailing and looking for a little momentum.
Yeah, you're right about that because, let's face it, in the first half, most of their focus was in the passing game. And to their credit, resulted in a healthy amount of yardage. So I would think that at halftime, they're going to anticipate that defense loosening up a little bit to try and cover the passing lanes. They've got to get the running game going, and there should be some gaps to run through now.
Throwing on first down is Allen. He's got the hook up with Diggs.
And he'll be brought down just shy of the 40.
So in Raven territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 41.
Allen going to give this one to Singletary.
He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. Now Allen. And the Raven pressure too much. Down he goes.
That's the NFL vet Calais Campbell coming in and dragging him down. A CD, so often we talk about quarterbacks holding on to the ball too long. Well, we can't say that there. He had no time to do much of anything.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And that is incomplete.
Coverage was awfully tight there on 3rd down. They actually closed off all the passing lanes, forcing the incompletion and bringing up 4th down.
Allen will look to throw for it on 4th.
That's caught by Gabriel Davis.
And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. He was held without a catch in the first half, but he's got one here, and he also picks up a 1st down. Here's Allen to throw it. Working the middle here, that's complete to Knox, the tight end.
And they're going to be set up now with the ball at the 13-yard line.
Well, normally you see 3 tight ends in a formation. You have to think to yourself, this has got to be a run. And I know as a safety, when I saw that, I took an extra step or 2 towards the line of scrimmage. Instead, they threw the ball, and he found one of those tight ends for a very nice pickup.
The quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
That certainly appeared to be a play call where they were just trying to make 2nd down, 2nd and short. I think they thought the coverage was off a little bit more than it was. Nice job there pressing up on it and forcing the incompletion.
A give, Singletary right side. Officially nothing on that one, no gain, so they're left with still 10 to go on 3rd down.
Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the 1st down and move the chains.
Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete.
Well, it's been a tough go for them. These guys have been driving down the field, but defensively, once they got their backs to the goal line, turned up the pressure, that's going to lead to a 4th down. Well played.
Allen going to go on 4th down. And it's intercepted at the goal line. It's Chuck Clark picking it off.
And the Ravens are going to take possession here